Ever since Ripple started to push their stablecoin and after they announced it as well, I started to think about this idea, right? Because if we really think about what RLUSD is going to morph into, it starts to kind of give us a broader picture of how Ripple is setting the stage to take over globally as one of the most dominant, one of the largest stablecoin issuers in the space. And we have to talk about it, especially when it comes to XRP. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So like I said, with RLUSD, we have to remember that this is backed one-to-one with US dollars. This is not RL Euro, it's not RL Pound or anything like that. But what this makes me think of is the fact that this is going to eventually lead to every single fiat currency at some point in time. So you are going to see RLUSD, you're going to see RL Euro, you're going to see RL Pound, etc. Now, as we do think about that, right, we also just saw Ripple expand the RLUSD stablecoin initiative with exchange partners. So we finally got the announcement of this, which leads me to think that they are getting very, very close to finally launching this. I would argue that we'll probably get this by the end of the year, before 2025, which is definitely going to be a big thing to focus on. Now, like I said, with this, we really think about what's the overall plan of action. Well, it's the global move, right? And an individual, Mr. Man XRP, actually put this post out, and this goes back to September, okay? And if we look at this, right, we have this is what RippleNet's ecosystem looks like when it's completed with stablecoin arrangements, RLUSD, RL Yen, RL GBP, etc. Ripple operates its own real-time gross settlement system for wholesale funds. Stablecoins will be issued before CBDC. Stablecoins are regulated already in most countries. Now, we also have down here that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has shaken up the crypto world. He recently spoke about a possible yen-based stablecoin. And yes, they did. And they also, started to kind of talk about how, big their overall market reach is. You got to remember that they already have a massive global reach. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they started to launch a stablecoin in almost every single area around the world. And that leads me to look at this image that got posted by Mr. Man XRP. And I actually did comment on this, right? I said, slowly but surely, the past all makes sense. If I am mistaken, this is an old image from an old document, but it is even more important today. And this is something that I always stress. Even though things are old, if it's old news, it still is very significant today. It's almost perfectly aligned with what we are seeing today. And I even responded back because he did say this is a very old image from RippleNet docs. I said I figured. I'd seen it a few times doing research. It's 100% true that it's even more significant now than ever before. The plan is coming together, and it's extremely bullish for XRP and the XRP ledger. Now, yeah, I mean, if we look at this, right, remember that XRP was positioned at the center point for this as a neutral bridge currency. If we're talking about, a stablecoin in every single major jurisdiction around the world and every single major currency, all right, think about the use cases after that, because you're going to start to see institutional DeFi use cases from that. You're going to see liquidity pools with lending and borrowing initiatives. I mean, this could ultimately set the stage for the XRP ledger to become a massive powerhouse for decentralized finance. But it's also the fact that think about how much volume this will bring to the ecosystem and additional use cases. Now, combining this with also this post here from Subjective Views, we have innovations in cross-border bill payments. Blockchain-based cross-border payments, permission blockchain impact on the ecosystem, low-cost gasless transactions can be good alternative to prevailing transfer mechanisms supported by local CBDC where possible. Now, by the way, this is from the MPCI. We're going to open this up in a new tab just so that you guys can see it. Look on the bottom left there, right? NPCI. Brought Bill Pay Limited. Look on the right side. What do you guys see? Well, one, I see a BIS CBDC model. Then directly below that, I see the Ripple with XRP model. Avoid pre-funding with instant settlement. Wow, this is very interesting. Okay, now building upon this, right? There's 2 video clips along with this. This is the first one. Now, I'm not going to play this because this is 6 minutes long, but we have at BRICS Summit 2024, Indian Prime Minister made a pitch for the unified payments interface as an alternative payment system for the BRICS members. Ripple is directly partnered with many of the banks that made or make up the MPCI who launched UPI. Now, outside of this, check this out. Head of Innovation at the National Payments Corporation of India, MPCI, mentions the use of Ripple for cross-border payments. The National Payments Corporation of India is an umbrella organization of 67 Indian banks, many of which are Ripple partners. The MPCI oversees and facilitates digital payments and settlement systems in India, promoting a cashless economy and financial inclusion through innovative payment solutions and infrastructure. The Bharat Bill Payment System, a subset of the National Payments Corporation of India, is a unified payment or platform in India that enables users to pay various bills such as electricity, water, and telecommunications through a single interface using multiple payment channels. Their aim is to increase digital payment adoption, reduce cash transactions, and enhance user experience while also supporting financial inclusion by providing a convenient and efficient bill payment process. In 2022, the Reserve Bank of India approved the use of cross-border remittances for BBPS. Federal Bank, an important part of the remittance ecosystem to India, first partnered with Ripple in 2019 to allow non-resident Indians to transfer money across borders using blockchain technology. Check this out.
In terms of convenience, it's an absolute huge lifesaver for an expat or a migrant living abroad. A bill payment platform such as BPPS was already available domestically. However, extending that to a cross-border was a very, very welcome and absolute pleasure from the regulators as well. In hindsight, I recall speaking to a few bankers exploring this particular opportunity of bill payments. And we have a few correspondent banks who we deal with in India, and everyone were interested, but the first one who actually saw a value in this proposition was Federal Bank. Federal Bank, when it comes on the technological front, in terms of digitalization, they are quite advanced. So they took this matter ahead, and we were the first exchange house in Kuwait to launch BPPS, and it was a welcome by all the customers who were dealing with us. However, having said that, I believe that the bill payments, what we're looking at today, is not only going to be limited to utility bills or payment of insurance or payment of prepaid mobile top-ups and so on. This will venture into something completely new in time to come.
So I'll just repeat actually. So this is like something we can look for the future actually. Currently, all the payments which are happening via the SWIFT network. The SWIFT network is very costly network, and it costs almost $8 to $10 for a $1,000 transfer. So in the future, what might happen that there'll be bilateral arrangement between 2 countries for CBDC exchange, and also we could use crypto networks like Ripple for cross-border payments. So this is something which can be planned in the future.
So you guys have it. And that's where that image comes from. As we really look at what's going on here, these are all of the areas that Ripple is really kind of tapped into. In India, Ripple is a massive name. In Brazil, Ripple is a massive name. In the Philippines, Ripple is a massive name. The list goes on and on. I can mention them all day long. So as we go back to that screenshot over here, I do think that, yes, RLUSD is going to set the stage for all of these other stablecoins to be launched on the XRP ledger. And also, if we go over here, we have, like the majority of us, you eventually have the Epiphany, where you realize the magic of this technology is being able to bridge currencies and assets, aka global swaps. Asset to asset is the killer use case of crypto. Even Gary Gensler himself understands this. The gentleman speaking is not affiliated with Ripple, but I'm using this video clip to showcase how we are all eventually led to the bridge. What he is explaining here is already an embedded functionality of the XRP ledger, from the auto bridging to the smart path routing. This federation of payments and assets will disrupt and enhance global markets. Check it out.
As well. Right. Yeah. I'll make it quick. Yeah. Let's say you wanted to buy $100,000 worth of something. They want to use Tether. You have $50,000 worth of USDC, and you have $50,000 worth of Tesla stock. Imagine being able to compose in real time in a single transaction all of the nested transactions necessary to swap your USDC and Tesla stock trustlessly and escrowlessly into Tether and use that as the settlement thing that you email over and it settles immediately. The ability to kind of go cross-market in one market is just not something we currently think about doing.
Right.
Certainly not in real time.
So if we think about this, right? If this is the killer use case, if asset to asset is the killer use case, if bridging is the killer use case, what has been being pushed for the last, I don't know, roughly like 6-8 years now around XRP? It's the bridge currency mechanism. Now, if we combine this with increased liquidity, we combine this with the AMM, the DID, all of these amendments that are now launching on the XRP ledger, and also not to even mention the stablecoin. Now we are starting to see the global vision becoming a reality here around XRP. I mean, like I said, if you look at, the payments opportunity here for Ripple, right? We go to this, we could see, some breakdowns. They have 90% global FX market coverage already. They're already in 80+ payout markets. I mean, we could talk about all of the partnerships that Ripple does have. Now, again, this is Ripple. And people might say, all right, well, this is Ripple. This isn't XRP. XRP still this, cents, whatever. It doesn't matter. I want you all to understand that right now, we are watching in real time the movement away from the traditional way that payments are made and value is moved to the next phase, which is digital, instant, low cost, extremely efficient. And the way that we do that is by tapping into blockchain technology. And Ripple has something very special here because this is patent technology. And they're using XRP. And as we look at the RLUSD launch, it's very close in my opinion, especially with, now that they're unveiling exchange partners. So as we look at that graphic one more time, with everything that is happening around the XRP ledger right now, with all of the amendments, the liquidity improving, I ask you all one question. What do you think all of this means? What do you think is going to happen? Because in my opinion, the best way to answer that is I strongly believe that we are going to see multiple stablecoin pairs backed one-to-one with other fiat currencies. And from that point on, we're going to see liquidity pools launching on the XRP ledger. We're going to see DeFi use cases launching on the XRP ledger. We're going to see institutional adoption of the XRP ledger as well. And it all really starts with these stablecoins. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.